For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Multiple summons to withdraw from the Mechanicus facility on Avarax, and we do not know why. Captain Akran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologists before the Tyranids completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data.
Orders confirmed, Magos.
Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
Disgusting thing!
Trigon-class Tyranid sighted.
Take heed, Viridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter it from attacking. For now.
Advance! If the Xenos tunnel beast tries to halt us, cut through it!
Titan formation and reposition.
Warrior! Closing the gap! Try to stop me! Stay there, fucking! Reloading ammunition. Get eyes on this spot. Now silence their request for aid! We can hold this position. Magazine out! Magazine in! Grapple launch! Go there! Do not stall here! Move!
Reposition to refocus.
Check that spot. Arming up. Rebel just sent.
We hold advantageous terrain.
Now this is a Titan.
And activation maneuvers.
Reloading. medical supplies. Look, grenades. Go there, dig in.
The Trigon attacks!
Draw this position! This is where we need to be. Go there, dig in. Come out! Just that someone can turn this side, Mark. You there?
A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's keep.
We have eyes on the lift. What needs grappling? Into the fray! Book available.
Remain patient. Transport.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Location security indefensible. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Transport lift status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Until the lift arrives. Check that spot.
Has arrived.
Advance to the lift. For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Ignoel Metrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Damaged servo skull logged to mission report.
Meridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
Irritant signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. Changes nothing.
This is why I do not trust tech priests.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Maker's biologists. Didn't you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta-6 if you never speak to him again.
Nuisance correction requested. Friendly fire. Inevitable observation. Servo skull is compromised. Quiet. The damnable thing might be logging our words. Into the maw of death. Go there, begin. What needs grappling? No more signals.
Without Ignoalmetrian, you will all be dead by
Swapping out magazine. Tether on down. That covering fire. Keep them bastard. Engaging in lockdown center. Right here. It tears through earth as if it were paper.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Mitrium's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Mitrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and store in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that Cerberus now as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake.
Already doing solo scum. Hawk available. One down. Trillions to go. Precisely what we take what you got. Grenades here.
weakest among them.
Fall out from my position. Ready for next encounter. The behemoth wants to fight!
Where the Trigon burrows, the swarm follows.
Stratis, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Procure melter charges and affix them to the Tyranid burrows. Into the fray! Only melter charges can destroy those highballs. What needs grappling? Find the melter charges!
Daddy owes nothing but the shadow.
Melter charge secure.
Enemy eagles in alert. Hawk available. Into the maw of death. Shut them up before they can walk. Magazine out, magazine in. Remote bomb set.
Tyranid burrow clear.
Move, brothers! We near the facility! That is where tyranny thrives now. What needs grappling? I love it when vermin dig their own graves. Open the gap. Turn its head to make it live. Arming up. Hook available.
Inside the facility, you'll find Mitri cowering in her data enclave.
Galio, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to thews of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Inuel, that I must drag you back into the light.
In the light, red down. Save one of us. No more. Got the gear. Rebel launcher set. Reloading. Grapple launch. Smells like fresh wood needs grappling. No turning back now.
Three meat lackeys seems like overkill, Galio. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyrians. And you do not care.
Mitri shut down power to the upgraded terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power cell. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
Seek out a power cell for the generator.
I beseech you, Galio. Bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good Grox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might grows, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astartes shall die here, alone, in the dark.
Requisition a fresh power cell.
Feel your power, brother. Please. I want these grappling. Power cell located.
Bring power cells to the generators.
Solar fill its brain with bolts of fire. Book available. That was no killing blow, brother.
Power cell here.
Power cells will restore the functionality of the generators.
Rendezvous at mark. Readying next volley.
Light and darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disruptor attempts to connect with our facilities network. Atrium will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles.
I will gladly rip her brain from these sockets.
I am copies of copies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
Establish perimeter around console.
I have terminated the uplink.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hooks.
These tender claws on Astartes' flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, peasants.
Silence! Meridian, confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational gray matter.
I hold the Tech Priest's Ranger, and I'm resisting the urge to smash it.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation.
Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Viridian.
Almighty! Go to ambush, ambush.
Iron Halo online.
Closing the gap. Into the threat. Shoot me a dead and I take your arm. Grapnel launcher set. Ordnance on me. Courage and honor, brothers.
Atmospheric conditions deteriorating.
We will be crying particulate from our ceramide for weeks. Book available. Reinforcing behind you. Use your mind. I've seen us smoker hunts us. Slay that majesty, Señor! Arming up! Into the more death! What needs grappling? Magazine out, magazine in. Brother down! Smells like fresh munitions. Closing the gap. Replenish and ready. Into the fray. That will teach you to sneak up on the start. Reloading. Bolt available. Some war. Everyone down. Replenish and ready. Even after death, I will battle on. Jump-starting life support systems. War does not kill me. You will regret it. Into the fray. My skies! That will go just yet. Blew its brains out. Swatted the bulbous bastard out in the sky. Arming up. Active camouflage charge. For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Get your stim injectors. Fill your packs, brothers. Got the gear.
War gear required.
We cannot backtrack. Munitions here.
I cannot land with that burrowing abomination lurking about.
Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances and Metrium's meddling code. Trigon vulnerability data pushed to your displays.
Hear those brothers? The Trigon dies, or we do.
Vulnerabilities.
Bulk available. Grab your grenades. Hook available. My brothers shall not have died in vain. They shall not. Inserting fresh magazine. Stealth. I'll fix a melter ordnance to that Xenos pit. Sear the hive burrow shut. More Xenos tally march for the second company. Meteor line ready. Meteor line cloak activated. Could replace the melters in the hive tunnels. Annihilate the entirety of this repugnant swarm. Collapse their rancid crawlways. Try to pounce on us! Snims functioning. Stealth ready. Watch out! They shall not. Active camouflage charge. I am a phantom of death. Tyranny lightly succeeded.
success, despite the odds.
Megos, can you tell us why Metrian believed she could survive the Xenos?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy...